Even before I start talking to someone, there's one thing that I always have to check, and it's a non-negotiable for me. It is to check if the person is married, is currently dating, is currently seeing someone, or has a girlfriend. And I know what you're gonna say next, that isn't it obvious that the person is single and available? And that even if they are, then you can just have a little fun and you literally have no responsibility. You're a woman first. It is your responsibility to not get involved with any man that another girl is with. I don't care about your opinion and don't get me otherwise. How can you knowingly allow a man to hurt another woman because you could be in her shoes tomorrow? This is such an important question to ask for your self-care and to protect another woman from being harmed. I know that there's still gonna be women out there who are going to pursue another man who is taken, and some of you might call me stupid, but it's called integrity.
If he's doing the bare minimum, do not beg him to do more. All I want you to do is simply say this. I'm not mad, I'm not upset. I just don't think that we're looking for the same things. I'm looking for someone who wants to be consistent and put in effort, and I just don't think that's you. I promise you that comment will hit him a lot harder than whatever complaint you have. Follow me for more videos like this. Love you guys. Bye.
You're never going to go back to the person that hurt you after you listen to this video, okay? If a snake were to bite you, would you chase the snake and ask it why it bit you? Or would you stay the fuck away from snakes for the rest of your life? Would you beg a snake to never bite you again? The answer should be no. Would you harass the snake and follow it and chase it and be like, why did you bite me? And try to get an answer from a snake, being like, why did you bite me? They're not going to give you an answer. Somebody that hurts you, clearly is a fuckwit. But also, if they wanted to, they would, right? If he wanted to hurt you, he would. If a snake wanted to bite you, it would. If a snake bites you, what you should do is get the venom out, take time to heal from the snake bite, and then stay the fuck away from snakes, aka stay the fuck away from that person that hurt you and people that mirror the same things that that person did to you. If you don't heal from what hurt you, you're gonna bleed on people that didn't cut you. So fuck snakes and fuck that person that hurt you.
The moment you detach from someone to the point that you could care less if they are in or out of your life, you are happy either way, is when they literally become obsessed with you. You will notice that when you start to focus on yourself, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you think about is you. When you go to sleep, the last thing you think about is you. You will notice that everyone's going to be putting you up on that pedestal. You assign meaning to yourself on a day-to-day basis based on what you believe about yourself. So if you believe that you are amazing, that you are the prize, that you deserve the best, people are going to get with the program real quick. If you are thinking of them every second of your day, you are not detached. If you are posting on your stories in hopes of them viewing it, and you start to feel happy when they view your story, you are not detached. If you were detached, you would not be thinking about them 24/7 because you are focused on you. You wouldn't be checking their stories because you are very secure within yourself. You don't care to see what they are doing. You are focused on you. And that energy is so attractive. You don't need to say anything. You don't need to post on your stories and prove to them that you are this amazing person. If you can just know that you are amazing, that speaks volumes, like 10 times more than posting on your story. Because at the end of the day, it is energy that draws people towards you. If you don't see your value and worth, nobody else is going to. Even if you meet someone that's really good at helping you feel validated, if you continuously feel insecure and you do not address it, eventually that person is going to start to view you that exact same way. Because again, what you continue to believe about yourself.
I don't know what it is about the 3-month rule, but every time you're in a relationship with somebody around the 3-month mark, 2.5, 3.5, almost even sometimes even 4 months, something always happens, which will prove to you whether or not if you should actually continue that relationship or stop, because the truth of who that person actually is coming out. And it may be in the smallest way. And I'm here to tell you, this is the advice I give you if you're getting into a relationship. If something happens within those 2.5, 3 month, 3.5, or 4 month mark, do not let it slide. If you find it to be disrespectful, and you know that if your girlfriend told you the story about what that person did to you, you would tell them to leave them. You need to do the same thing and not look at this person with lovey eyes. Look at them with the reality that they have created and leave them, and don't ever look back.
Before a man commits to you, he goes through 3 phases. And I outline these phases because I really want to put women up on game. I want you to be able to tell if this man is moving towards commitment or not. Phase 1, obsession. This is when a man actually realizes he's falling in love with you. He wakes up early in the morning and the first thought is you. This is when a man begins to prioritize you. And there's no confusion here. No confusion about how he feels. He is consistent with texting you, calling you, and going out on dates with you. And that's because he wants to get to know the woman he's fallen in love with. He will call you during the middle of the day just to say, how you doing? I miss you. He will be sensitive to your needs and sensitive to you. He will make time for you because he loves the woman you are, and he loves the way you make him feel. He'll have his moments where he'll be like, where you at? Who you with? What you doing? But it's not because he's trying to be controlling, it's because he cares.
How do you know if somebody actually wants a commitment the way that you do?
You have the conversation you're too afraid to have right now. The one that you've been putting off because it feels so good to keep enjoying this thing that you don't want to wreck it. You don't want to drive it away. You are afraid that if you have the question, you're going to be seen as difficult. And what we think is, if I could just keep getting closer and closer and closer to this person, they'll start giving as much as I am. Unfortunately, the opposite happens, is we give and we give and we give and we give, and someone learns that there's absolutely no price to pay for the giving. And we come to find after months or sometimes years of being in limbo with someone, when we finally say, what is this? They're like, I don't know. And you realize you've wasted all that time and energy, all because you weren't prepared to have a hard conversation. Every great relationship is formed in the crucible of hard conversations.